It's either going to be her or Morgan for our Athlete of the Week this week. So
oh, yeah.
I was kind of hoping they would play tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they will. Sitting on like 600 or something like that.
She's off to a pretty good start.
Yeah.
She was upset last night. She didn't play very well. So I said it happens, you know.
Yeah.
One for three. That's still, that's still not bad. Yeah, she hit 2 over Saturday, and then Cooper hit 3 on Sunday, so they're in a little battle.
All right, Coach, coming down to the final 2 games. Seeding and conference play will be determined this weekend. Can really end up anywhere from about 4 to 8. So just talk about the 2 upcoming games with New Mexico State and UTEP.
Yeah, I think it's extremely important for us to continue to play solid basketball. I thought we moved the ball really well. I thought we defended. Aside from the fouls in the first half on Saturday, I thought we defended well. We've got a task ahead of us this week of you're guarding one of the best scorers in the league, and Molly Kaiser, and everything's going to go through her, and we've got to be solid as a team defensively, and then we've got to be able to they're tough defensively, and we've got to be able to generate some points, try to get to the free throw line, push in transition, and take care of some things offensively that allow us to get some easy baskets. And then you go to UTEP where they're going to change up their defenses. You're going to see a lot of different looks. You've got to be ready for that, and it's a tough place to play. It's a hard trip, and to me, it's about finishing strong to allow this group to, you can go back and you can look, we should have won this game, we should have won this game, we should have won this game. But for us, it's been the same thing for the last couple of weeks of continue to build towards March, and you want to be playing your best basketball heading into Huntsville, and we've got an opportunity to finish in as high as 4th. We're sitting in 5th right now, and you want to, solidify that seeding and finish as high as you can, but you want to be building some confidence as we head into Huntsville.
Defensively, the last 2 times you played these teams, forcing turnovers, felt like you guys kind of had the advantage on that end. And I know, obviously, Saturday, held them in pretty much check. I mean, how defensive effort-wise, team-wise, how do you kind of keep these 2 games in a similar position?
Yeah, I think we've got to be really solid. It starts in transition with us. I thought, it's been so long. We played these 2 teams the first week of conference play, so a lot has changed for them and a lot has changed for us. And, that's the hope is, your team grows and gets better throughout that time. I thought they hurt us in transition here early on, and then I thought we flipped it on them in the second half and really kind of pushed it on them. So it's gonna come down to, again, for us, it's the simple things of defend, rebound, take care of the basketball. And I think it starts with our transition defense. If we can get the ball slowed and force them to score in the half court against all 5, I feel like we could rebound pretty well when that happens. Do they push? Do they flatten our defense out? Do we get spread out? And are we defending one-on-one? Are we defending as 5 on the ball? And so we've got to do a great job of that. But I thought, we challenged them to be more, we had forced 4 turnovers against Western Kentucky, and a game where you score 73 at home, you should win. And I thought we did enough to win that game other than rebound and defend in the fourth quarter. And we challenged them. Our ball pressure has to be a lot more than what it was. I thought we were a little bit better last week with that. I think we've cranked it up yesterday in practice, and we'll do that again today, and hopefully that'll carry over Thursday and Saturday. But we have to be a little more opportunistic defensively and be aggressive, force some turnovers, and get some easy transition baskets. I thought we did that on Thursday against Sam, and it allowed for some transition and really got us going there in that second half.
Obviously, conference tournament's neutral for everyone, but how big would it be for this group this week to prove to themselves that they can win away from the TAC, going into the tournament?
Yeah, we've tried not to make it a huge deal. I think that, it's definitely in their minds, but for them, it's you've got to do those little things of, you're not on your home court, you're not sleeping in your own bed. It's basketball. I feel like we've all been reminiscing about Gene Hackman and the Hoosiers and all his other movies. It's like you want to pull out the tape measure and go, it's 94 feet, the rim's still 10 foot. It's you've got to do the little things, and that's basketball, and that's winning in March. Winning moments and winning plays are blocking out on free throw attempts, getting 50-50 balls, communicating and sprinting in transition, getting the ball stopped and getting your defense set, getting to proper spots offensively and executing because you are in the right spots and all those little things. And it doesn't matter if you're at home or on the road or on a neutral court. You've got to do those things in order to be successful. And we've continued to stress that. And I'm excited for this group. I think we're out of school. They had a tremendous winter quarter in the classroom, and those things will be announced here pretty soon. We had 5 players with a 4.0. And that's pretty impressive in a choppy winter quarter where you're playing your most important basketball. And so now we've got a break from class, and I think that'll help them to be able to just go out and play basketball.
We talked about Isla's shot blocking. I was just looking the other day. I think she's going to probably end the year like top 4, like most blocks ever by a freshman here. Like, how have you kind of seen her, I guess, develop throughout the year as far as a rim protector like that?
Yeah, I think that's what we need. This group needs that defensively. But I think, too, we challenged her last week to be more aggressive. I felt she had a few weeks there where she wasn't going after as many. And I think she has the ability to alter shots just as much as a Boldareva or a Smuda when she gains that confidence in herself. And I don't know if she was afraid. I said, hey, are you afraid to get called for a foul? Because she's had some foul trouble a little bit, just like all of our young bigs. But I think we've tried to challenge her to be more aggressive here as of late, and I think she's done that. And I think we're going to need that, especially this week on the road and then in the tournament in Huntsville. But I think she's got such a bright future ahead of her as she gains. I think we all have a tremendous amount of confidence in her, and we want her to develop that in herself. And I think you've seen that grow as we go. But it's I think those post players. It comes a little bit faster for the perimeters in the college game than it does the post. They have to learn footwork. They have to learn all those things inside on the interior of how to get position against older players. And they've played against older players all year long. Our perimeters have too, but I think there's just a difference of what goes on in the paint there as opposed to what goes on the perimeter, and it just takes them a little bit longer. But I've been very pleased with her progress and excited about the future with her. And then you get Worm back and what that looks like for us with our depth inside.
Anything from you, Ben?
Does Paris get better every time she takes it?
I've said this, and you guys have heard it, but at this point, we're not surprised by what she's doing in terms of the numbers she's putting up. The one thing that I will continually praise her for and just appreciate is she may have some turnovers. She may not make every shot she shoots, but in conference play, she's shooting 50% from the field now and seeing pretty much everybody's best perimeter defender at this point. So her numbers are speaking for themselves, but she never has a bad day with her energy, with her effort, and how she shows up for her group. And I can't, for a young player to do that, it's one thing for a third and fourth and fifth year player to do that, but for a true freshman to do that, and I know, Matt, we've talked about this all year long and throughout the summer of she has consistently shown up that way. It's just such a mature approach. I think it's incredible to see the numbers and the results come from that. But I think it goes back to, we talk about this a lot with our group, and I have for years, of when your head and your heart is in the right place, good things can happen for you. And sometimes when your head and your heart's not in the right place, you're going to have some really good moments because of your talent, but you can't consistently produce at that level if your mindset's not in the right spot and your heart's not in the right spot. And she wants to win. She loves her team. She loves this program. And, she came in here and said, I want to get this program back to a championship level where it belongs. And, I have a ton of respect for that. But it has been pretty impressive to see the numbers she's put up. But ultimately, she wants to win, and she's just willing to do whatever. Hey, run the point, run the 2, run the 3, guard this player, guard that player, go get a rebound, take a charge. She's just trying to do whatever she can. And I think just her energy, it's contagious, it's infectious. And you just want everybody to just continue to feed off of that. But it's rare for a young player like that to do that.
To go off that point, she's clearly, she's going to win Freshman of the Year in the league.
One would hope.
Yeah, when you think about the way that mid majors frankly have to navigate roster coaching and like things like that? Like, is that something as your staff? I don't know how honest you want to be about it, but like, is that something as a staff like you have to kind of game plan for right now? If like the deeper we get, like when these all conference teams come out, like teams are going to recognize like, oh, she's not like playing like a freshman. We might need to go. How do you kind of navigate, I guess, the way?
Well, I think you look at what's happening in college athletics, just in football, when you're hiring front office staff and general managers. It's not like these people are watching stats and doing this year round. They're not going to wait till the end of the season and go, oh, this kid was freshman of the year, or this kid was all conference, or this kid was this. That they have people on their staffs that are constantly monitoring that stuff. And, do I like it? No. But my job is to love and serve our young women and the people in our program to the best of my ability, and to allow them an opportunity to thrive and get better and succeed every single day, academically, athletically, and socially. And I will do that as long as I'm doing this job and for the young women that are in our program. And it's where we are. I think you can't put your head in the sand, and you have to try to prepare for those things. And we're doing those things as a staff. But I also don't want to take away from what this group is doing right now and what these young people are doing right now. I think you can point to a lot of different things across the country where you've seen players from mid-majors go to P4s and not get the minutes that they got where they were, or guess what? They recruited other P4 transfers on top of you. And I think it comes down to the individual. And, I'm all for these young people being able to get what they're worth and all those things. But I think there's also location and situation matters, and, opportunity is important. So, we just try to do the best we can in terms of coaching them, helping them develop as young women, giving them opportunities to grow and to love and serve them in the right way. And that's about all you can do.
Anything else, Ben? All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Awesome.